After all that happened, that's what you guys want to ask me first. No, it's good. It's good to have him back in there. I think he's been anxious to get back in the rotation and get past this blister thing and get 2 innings out of him. And he's healthy. He was happy the way it went. We were all happy with what we saw, and the best part of it is the blister wasn't there, so it's a good deal.
Was the blister being caused by a particular type of pitch or any grip or anything, or just when you would throw it would just hurt?
I think if we knew what caused it, we'd probably be able to fix it faster, but who knows? I'm not a blister specialist.
No, I was wondering when he threw his grip on a certain pitch.
Yeah, I have no idea really.
Was this the most comfortable you had seen him on the mound through his I guess his first 4 starts this year?
He looks comfortable all the time when he's out there. I think this was the most competitive that I've seen him. There was some fire today behind him when he was throwing. The athlete and the competitor he is. He's been waiting to get out there and pitch and be part of this team. And I think all that build-up kind of got let out in those 2 innings, and it was good to see him get fired up and pitch the way he did.
Is he generally pretty fiery, or was it kind of like you said, the build-up that kind of led to that, I guess, little edge he had out there today?
Exactly.
What about Leisure? What was working for him today?
All 3 pitches were dominant again. He uses that changeup very well to complement his other pitches. He gets ahead with the fastball, and he's able to pitch off it. And he's been as consistent as could be, going out there and being steady and keeping his composure. He's very calm on the mound. It's almost like complete opposite of what you see with Gore today. But mixing his pitches, getting these guys off balance, getting these guys to pop up and use his defense. That's how you're able to pitch deep in ball games.
For you guys at the plate, what did you feel like was the key to kind of the offensive explosion today?
It's contagious when we have things like that going on. These guys have been working hard in the cage. We've been, preaching having good ABs and competing to the last pitch. And again, we walk 5 times, strike out 4 times. So like that to us is bigger than the 15 runs that we put up. When we're up there and we're competing and we're battling every pitch, a lot of good things like this will happen, and they were able to put it all together today.
When you have a young team like this, and obviously you're kind of grinding through the season here, how good does it feel to have a game like this where it kind of all comes together, pitching, defense, and hitting?
Yeah, that's what we strive for every single time we go out there. That's what these guys prepare for when they come to the field. They want to have those type of games. Obviously, realistically, we know it's not going to happen every night, but that's what we strive for. So when we do get them, we have to acknowledge, the work that was put in, and we enjoy it when it happens.
You said last night that Esteury was kind of on the verge of breaking out of a little bit of a slump he'd been in. How much of a sigh of relief was it for him today to have a huge game like that? Yeah,
I'm sure. He's been waiting to get out of it, and for him to barrel up some balls, and then he gets that home run his last AB is huge for his confidence. He's a very, very knowledgeable hitter. He knows what he wants to do when he's in the cages, and when you're that advanced as a young hitter, it can probably eat at you a little bit when things aren't going your way, but it just shows that if you stick with the process, and you grind it out, you can get good days like this.
Was it anything he was doing wrong and that you discovered in the cage that helped turn around, like not only today but yesterday, or is it just he was hitting the ball hard and eventually they're going to fall?
Yeah, it's baseball. Everybody goes through these little things. You got to be able to keep your focus and keep putting in the work in the cages. Mechanically, it would probably be a better question for our hitting coach in terms of stuff that he's changing up there. But to me, like just watching his ABs, they look aggressive. He was able to stay on the fastball and catch up to it today, and just attribute it to hard work.
Could we talk about Louis Patino, I believe?
Patino.
How is it?
Patino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of progress have you seen with him, especially after last night?
Hard worker. He's learning and progressing every time he goes out there. For a young pitcher like that, he's going to have learning experiences every single time he goes out to the mound. And last night he goes out there, doesn't get any hits. Pitches 5 innings with not his best stuff. So that's what's kind of encouraging for us is he was behind a lot of hitters, and he was able to still get through the day with 5 innings and no hits. And obviously, as he refines his skills and gets sharper, he'll be able to be even more dominant.
What did you say to him as you pulled him out yesterday? Because it looked like you guys were. He was laughing. He was thinking his his hands up against the roof.
Yeah. I kind of was joking with him. I knew he was already coming out of the game, and I said, "Hey, you have one more in you?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Sorry, I couldn't get it out of Bert. So, you're done. And good job." So, pretty much it. Yeah.
Obviously, the first half standings. I don't know if you guys have been eliminated from the playoffs yet, but I mean, you're at where you guys are at. But how important is it, do you feel like, to be able to build some momentum heading into the second half? Because obviously last year you guys were able to do that, and it kind of carried over.
Yeah. We take the season, as cliche as it is, one day at a time, and we see the progression. We see them. You guys see them getting better. Out on the field compared to the first month when we were playing. And we know as baseball people that it's a slow grind, and you got to be able to just keep putting in the work. We have individual goals and team goals that we want to achieve, and these guys are doing a good job for such a young, inexperienced group at this level. They're doing a lot of good things that others at that age probably aren't, and the Padres and everybody here is encouraged to see them progressing, and we'll, like I said, we'll take it one day at a time and see what happens at the